Welcome to Third Eye on the Prize, a portal for presence in a world addicted to appearances. Turns out 7th grade English wasn't just about grammar. It was an early lesson in duality. Mrs. Seeger, 7th grade honors English. Mrs. Seeger made a really deep impression on me because she was completely, totally committed to teaching us about our own language, namely English, and insisting that we grasp and honor all the parts of English, the syntax, the semantics, the phonics, everything, all of it. She was a badass, really. From outside looking in, she could easily have been perceived as like a uptight, overly strict. I didn't perceive her that way because she was just trying to get us to acknowledge the intricacy and complexity and the structure and all these other qualities of our own freaking language. It's like, because our parents spoke English, and so we got born, and then we're like waddling around as a baby, and we're hearing these sounds. We're hearing these sounds that are called English. And so then when we start to make our own sounds beyond just babbling, we start actually forming words. They're in English. And she was demanding and expected us to pay attention and expected us to respect the material. It's like any teacher, like if they're worth their salt, are going to demand that their students respect the material. You walk in this room for an hour or 40 minutes or whatever the heck it is these days, but you're going to just put your attention on this stuff and respect it. Not be distracted thinking about some other crap. Put your attention here. She also had this ranking. She was all about the ranking, so it was an honors English class. So everybody in the room was smart. Everybody wanted to get an A and all that crap, Nobody was just acting out to distract everybody else, and But she ranked us in English. So everybody got a number. So you always knew what your ranking was. Like, how do you compare to your colleagues? Now, this could be said, these days to be like kind of abusive or toxic or something. Like, oh God, it's just fostering all this competitiveness, and everybody's just thinking about what number am I, I want to be better than everyone else. And so, like everything in human affairs, it has a potentially negative side and a potentially positive side. I mean, what's the positive side? The positive is that it can, like cold water in the face, like make you sit up and pay attention. If you care about how do I rank compared with everyone else, you're going to like pay attention. Not like drift off and into staring out the window and thinking about what's for lunch today or whatever. And so it probably had some value. And also true, it was probably kind of toxic and stupid to do that. And it's like, because like, how does number 24 feel if they're not number 3 or number 1? Or it's like, does it really matter? Do we need to quantify this? The funny thing is that it's actually both helpful and harmful at the same time. We could extrapolate that to say that everything in the material world, everything, is both helpful and harmful. What? Everything? Maybe. I mean, there are these many things that are beneficial, but then if you overdo them, they're not. In the material realm of things, there's always a spectrum. There's always duality. There's always, well, this is good right now, but it could turn into not good at some other moment. All these fluctuations, conditions, if and or but, are continuous, I should say, and is part of the material dimension. So, okay, that's fine, but as long as you don't get stuck there or forget that there is something else that's not that, something that's beyond the material dimension where all those dualities they're not even there. The enlightened beings have experienced what is beyond duality. And just, caveat is that it can't be put into words because words are dualistic, so by their nature. So, but beyond duality is oneness or the Tao or, some use the big G word, God. What is beyond dualism? What is beyond this push and pull between the poles, right? The poles of good and bad, the poles of up and down, the poles of dark and light, the poles of north and south, the poles of east and west, the poles of female and male, the poles of sad and happy, the poles of great and horrible. All the poles are part of the experience that we have in our body in what we call life, between the moments of the first breath and the last breath, the first inhale and the last exhale. What we call the lifetime is played out in this role of dualities. But the enlightened beings, wise beings, tell us that's not the whole deal. So don't get stuck on that, because there's this other thing that is beyond. Beyond duality is oneness. Until next time, keep your third eye on the prize, and remember, truth is beyond belief.